All right, so I wanted to first of all thank everyone who's been tuning in weekly for the Audacity of You show. Tonight was a really cool night for me, the Audacity of You to listen, and it was cool because I basically just shared some tracks that I listen to on Spotify pretty much every day to keep me in tune, in alignment, focus on what I want to focus on. I definitely want to thank all my listeners from the previous shows as well as the callers. I've had some amazing guests come on the show. Ashley Head, Aisha Nura, Milele Lot, Sister Chris. You know, I've had some real cool people make cameos on the show. And I'm really excited because I know that there's so much more to come, so much more to share. And I'm just grateful that you shared a journey with me. Um, I wanted to also just kind of update you on some of my movements. I'm in St. Louis currently, so shout out to all my STLians and St. Louis friends and family. If I haven't seen you yet, let's do that. Let's make sure we do. Um, and I just wanted to just let you know that, first of all, on a personal or spiritual note, like St. Louis has been amazing for me. It has brought me back to my roots, and I'm spending a lot of time with my family, and my nieces and my nephews, and my sisters, and it's beautiful sometimes to just come home. Home being where your heart is, right? And my heart has always been with people that matter to me most, which is my family. When I say family, I'm not excluding those that are not blood related. I mean my soul family, essentially. Um, so I'm just really grateful because being home this time right now is bringing me full circle to where I started just 3 years ago when I first left St. Louis. This has been an awesome trip for me back home because it's causing me to really look at a lot of old reflections, question what I'm doing now, and is it working? How do I want to edit it and change the script a little bit? Observe my older reflections and see how much I've grown. Also see how much I've kind of lost along the way that I need to regain. It's all about that Sankofa, Shout out to Dorian Davis. I sat with her at her store, Sankofa, last Saturday, and sold this really amazing soap that I'm now marketing for. It's called Tame Botanicals. And so St. Louis is all about that Sankofa for me. Go back and get it, go back and fetch it, like full circle. Doing a 180 right now. And one of the things I'm noticing most while being here is the fact that every day we get a chance to either go forward and upward and higher and evolve, or stay stuck and stay stagnant and stay in limbo, And we get these tests all the time throughout the day. To test, are we the person we were yesterday, or are we going to be greater? To test, are we the person we were in high school, college, whatever, or are we who we have always dreamed we are constantly becoming? Who we have always dreamed that we are constantly becoming. What I'm trying to say is coming home this time has really made me evaluate my life, my dreams, my quote-unquote goals, and what it is I truly don't know what these things are. One of the things that's heavily affecting me is being able to just breathe. Like, instead of focusing so much on my career, quote unquote, or, these obligations that sometimes I put upon myself that I no longer really need to, or never should have, or never needed to from the beginning, when I let them go and I stay focused on my family, the people that matter to me so greatly, whether they be here in the physical or online, and I stay focused on loving on me, then it's like everything I think I lost comes right back. Everything that shouldn't be there leaves. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. And sometimes you need to come home to experience that in a different way, because what I'm realizing is by being home, it's testing my word. It's like when I left, I said, well, by the time I come back, next time I come to St. Louis, this is what I said when I moved. I said, I'm not moving back to St. Louis until I can have a street in my name and build a youth center. Because I was so focused on making sure that I kept my word to myself, which was to not get stuck, not to get stagnant, not to get content with mediocre, average living when I know that I am destined for greatness. So I said, I'm leaving. And I don't know when I'm coming back, And I did it. I left with not that much cash, lots of bags and knickknacks, but no, for real, plan other than evolution, ascension, growth. At the time, I didn't even know what the word ascension meant, right? But essentially, that's what my soul was longing for. I wanted to go somewhere where I wouldn't feel bound by who I was in the past, who I had been previously. I wanted to go somewhere where I felt like I could truly be me to the highest degree I knew possible at the time, to truly experience every desire, everything that keeps me up late at night, and to not only experience it through others, but personally. I wanted to create. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to test my skills at entrepreneurship in the city that's #1 for entrepreneurship, I wanted to live. And so being home this trip is it's deep, because now that I've left and I've learned how to die and be reborn many, many times now, being home allows me to exhale, because it's like I did what I said. Yeah, I didn't come home and get a street in my name yet or build a youth center, but I've grown. I've done things that I'm proud of. I've done things that others are really appreciative of, and most importantly, I feel the Creator beaming through me every single moment that I remember. Every single moment that I remember the greatness of God, yes, the creatrix within us all. Every single moment that I remember my connection to all things. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful I truly am. Every time I remember, I feel proud. And I realized that for so long, I didn't know how to be proud of myself, because I'm a perfectionist. I am my worst critic, right? I scrutinize self ridiculously to the point of sometimes depression and just low feelings. Coming home has helped. It has helped me remember certain things that I have forgotten. I've forgotten certain parts of self that I basically have been repressing. And these parts of myself are just as important as the other parts of self I have been working on. And so this trip has triggered and activated those parts again. And now there are parts of me that are begging, kicking, screaming to thrive. They are ready. Parts of me are more than ready, past due ready, to really unveil, to blossom, to be built, to create, to flow. So here I am, St. Louis, Missouri. One of the things I'm definitely in support of right now is check out the bands. It says you can do it. TMIC, you can do it. And what that movement is about is it's about progression. It's about support. It's about connection. It is tellmeIcan.com. I'm really, really happy and proud to be a part of this, because what it is a campaign to say, this is what I want to do. I want to learn this new skill. I want to overcome this weakness. I want to pursue this passion. I want to learn this skill. I want to let this go. I want to do whatever it is I want to do. And I want to be accountable to myself as well as others. I want to remind myself every single day, every time I look at my wrist, I can do this thing, whatever it is.